Hi. As always, I'm back exactly on the first day of the month. At the beginning of November, I finally had my university graduation. Very cool. I look like a child cosplaying a slightly more scholarly Harry Potter.
Expelliarmus!
Well, at least I'll have a Halloween costume for the next 2 years. Other than officially ending my time at university, I of course also worked on some videos. Oh nice, is the marathon video almost done? Ah, the marathon video, yes. Haven't even started on that one. I was still working on the video that I promised before that. Ha. It should be out now. The reason why it actually took so long is that I kind of took a little break from video editing because it was starting to feel like a task instead of my hobby. So I really wanted to distance myself from it for a little bit at least so I could get my motivation back. I did do some things though. For example, I suddenly had a good idea for which I needed a spotlight. But there was one problem. I don't have a spotlight. I initially tested whether my sunset lamp would work, but sadly the white option wasn't actually white. Like, what is this? Then I decided to browse the internet and concluded that all of these options were way too expensive for my unemployed booty. So I went to the budget store and bought this little light for a whopping 350 euros. Not 350 of course, but 3 euros and 50 cents. What a steal! Such a great purchase. So filled with joy, I put in the batteries and admired my glorious spotlight. Wait, is there no mode where it doesn't flicker? Okay, let me see. Strobe light. What does that even mean? Ah, so it's useless. Well, this is unfortunate. But then it hit me. What if I was approaching this wrong? What if my reliance on the consumption of goods was fundamentally incorrect? And so I channeled my inner ancient philosopher and asked myself the following question. What is a spotlight? If you really think about it, a spotlight is basically just a light with a circular funnel in front of it, right? And luckily I have this amazing white key light that my friends got me for my birthday. I just had to make a funnel for it. I planned on making this funnel out of cardboard that I could then attach to the back of the key light. And so I gathered all the ingredients I thought I needed and got to work.
Wait, can't you just use your phone in the toilet roll?
Yeah, I guess that also works. And now all that was needed was something to properly aim the spotlight at the door. Girlfriend, I have the most honorable task for you. Can you hold my spotlight? Bit higher. Bit higher. I'm Batman. Yep, that was the shot. It's funny how life goes sometimes. If you'd asked me years ago what I would be doing in the future, I don't think I would ever have answered, I'ma be making armor out of bread. If you also want to recreate this amazing fit, I will quickly give you some tips and tricks of what I learned along the way. Initially I tried sewing the bread together like some mad bread scientist in the hopes that I would still be able to eat it afterwards. If you decide to choose this option, I would strongly recommend you to put the bread in the oven first so it becomes a bit sturdier. I did not do this because I'm a fool. And so the bread was being pulled apart by the threads. Therefore, I moved on to plan B. Superglue. Since Google did not answer my question whether superglue works on bread, I had to make a leap of faith. I decided to glue the bread to some cardboard and then attach some rope to it so I could hang it onto myself. I would really strongly recommend this option if you're okay with the bread no longer being edible. So yes, all this effort for this 1-second clip. Was it worth it? Absolutely. And I'm also happy that I finally used all the bread because my friends told me that it's weird to keep bread in your closet. Hello everyone and welcome to the Marten Employment News, where Marten talks about all the employment news concerning Marten. This month, Marten once again did a bunch of job interviews. So how did that go for him, Marten? Not good, Marten. While Marten got to the last stage of a bunch of interviews, he ended up getting rejected again and again for varying reasons. You would almost start thinking that he might be the problem. But that is impossible, of course, because self-reflection is a sin. Haha, that is a joke, of course. Marten always tries to incorporate all the feedback he receives. But I do have to say that it's quite surprising how all these big companies that claim they have a strong feedback culture have no clue what actual high-quality feedback is. And on that note, it's time for our quiz question of the day. Imagine you're a super ambitious first-year university student that wants to get a 10 out of 10 for a group assignment, because your goal is to get cum laude and honors. However, sadly you notice that your group members do not have that ambition at all and are completely okay with simply getting a 6 out of 10. Therefore, the night before the deadline, they send you their parts and you notice that they do not really answer the assignment questions. However, they do not have any motivation to make it better in the last night. What would you do in this situation? Would you A, with their consent, work the entire night to make the assignment better on your own to make sure that you still get that sweet and juicy 10? Or B, accept that the motivations of your teammates are different from yours and settle for failing the assignment or getting a maximum of 6? Well, if you chose option A, you would be completely wrong. According to the company I applied for, this shows that you are not good at collaboration. And so I asked them for advice on how to approach this highly specific situation in the future. That depends on what you want to achieve, I guess. Other than that, as always, I hung out with friends, tried playing paddle for the first time ever, and had a cute little play date with my girlfriend. And that was pretty much it. Wait, what? Breaking news live at the scene, Marten just received a job offer at the end of November from a company he really likes. So from February onwards, Marten will no longer be unemployed. Congratulations, Marten! Wait, does that mean that the show's cancelled? And that was actually it. Overall rating of the month? Yeah.